Assalamualaikum. Let we introduce ourselves. We are from Team 3 from DGA class. We will present our discussion about write and sending an email with portfolio. First, I will introduce our team member. There are Aghnia, Nadira, Farhan, and me, Shalina, Nathania. I hope you enjoy our presentation. What we present today is what is email, structure of a good email, how to make portfolio in general. First, what is email? Email is electronic mail. Email or email is a method of exchanging message mail between people using electronic devices. And the next slide is the advantage of email. Email is a free tool. Once you are online, there is no further expense that you need to spend on in order to send and receive message. Second, email is quick. Once you have finished composing a message, sending it is as simple as clicking a button. Third, email is simple. It is easy to use. Once your account is set up, composing, sending, and receiving message is simple. Also, email allows for the easy and quick access of information and context. Fourth, email allows for easy referencing. Messages that have been sent and received can be stored and searched through safely and easily. It is a lot easier to go through to old emails message rather than old notes written on paper. Next, email is accessible from anywhere as long as you have an internet connection, of course. The next is email is paperless and therefore beneficial for the planet. Not only can you reduce the cost of paper, you are actually reducing the damage paper used thus to the environment. 7. Email allows for mass sending of message, an effective medium to utilize to get your message out there. You can send one particular message to several recipients all at once. The last, email allows for instant access of information and files. You can opt to send yourself files and keep message so that you have a paper trail of conversation. The next slide is 6 steps for writing professional emails. If you are not sure how to start an email, these 6 steps can help you craft a professional message. First, identify your goal. Before you write an email, ask yourself what you want the recipient to do after they've read it. Once you've determined the purpose of your email, you can ensure everything you include in your message to support this action. Second, consider your audience. When you compose an email message, make sure your tone matches your audience. For example, if you're emailing a business executive you've never met, keep the email polite and free of any jokes or informalities. Third, keep it concise. Your audience might have little time to read through your email, so make it as brief as possible without leaving out key information. The fourth, Use proper etiquette. Include a creator's greeting and closing to sound friendly and polite. Additionally, be considerate of the recipient and their time. For example, unless it's an emergency, avoid email contact asking for something after hours or while they're on leave. Fifth, proofread your email. An error-free email demonstrates diligence and professionalism. Before you send an email, take a moment to check for any spelling, grammar, or syntax error. Also, double-check to ensure you have included any attachment you may have referenced in your email. And last, remember to follow up. Most people receive several emails per day, so they might miss or forget to respond to your message. If the recipient has replied within 2 working days, consider reaching back out with a friendly follow-up and email.
Structure of a good email. Proper email formatting. There are 5 elements to consider when formatting your email. Here is a breakdown of each. First, subject line. This is a short phrase that summarizes the reason for your message of the goal of your communication. It is important to include a subject line when sending a professional email so your audience know exactly what to expect and it's able to locate the message easily if needed. For example, number 2, salutation. This is the first line of your email and generally act as the greeting. For example, "Hi, Mr. Simpson." The third is just like the body of a letter. This is where you will share your full message. For example, "Thank you for attending the new product presentation this afternoon. I've attached a video file of the full recording so you can share it with your team. Please let me know if you have any question." Number 4, closing. This is the last line of your email before your signature and should wrap up your message. This is also where you may reiterate any requests you have made in the body of your message. For example, "I look forward to speaking with you on Wednesday. Thanks again." And the last, signature. The signature is where you identify yourself by name, title, and any other information relevant to your communication. Most email programs allow you to set a fixed signature that's automatically added to the end of every email you send. What is portfolio? A portfolio is actually a letter bag, a type of briefcase. The original meaning of the word is simply a bag designed to carry documents in. It became associated with investment because in the early 20th century, stockbrokers would keep each client's share certificates in a separate portfolio. From there onwards, the words gradually came to mean any kind of collection of documents. In finance, specifically means the investment held by an investor, generally all the investment that an investor has.
Williams. How to build your portfolio? First, photography and a code. Sometimes we are our worst enemy. We just don't know how to write both sevens.
Next, interaction and skill. Next, include of a sample of your work. If your certificate for any such a work include photography in your portfolio of proof. If you do not have certificate for your work, simply list the name of the award where you won it. Also, List any do you miracle attended. List any degrees, licenses, and certifications. Also provide on any transcript if possible or a list relevant causes.
Next, there's the example of portfolio. You can mix and matching whatever do you want to be, but there are things that must include or not. First, social media is must include. Be creative, sell your soul a little bit, but don't use exclamation points. Social media links, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, LinkedIn, whatever is incorporated within your personal brand and that you're comfortable sharing with potential employers. The second is experience is must include. Some biographies are longer than others, just as some careers are longer than others. If you have been doing this for 10 plus years, take the time to rewrite your accomplishments and drop some humble brags. Age. No one cares how old you are, literally no one. It's okay to write down your birth date, but not with age. Okay, so the next is bad grammar or spelling errors, cause that won't impress them. And then professional is more than personal cliche. I was just born to be a writer. No, you weren't. Stay far from cliche about writing and your origin story as one. And last, make it clear and simple. Yes, it must include. The next is how to send portfolio in email. There is tips. Always make sure that you compress or zip the folder that contains your artwork before you send it. Compressing the folder makes it easier to send large files via email. There's one. Don't send a very large progress in one email. If you are sending a very large project, generally over 200 megabyte, you may need to separate it into parts and email each section individually, since some email clients do not allow large file transfers. Or you can use Google Drive. Okay, thanks for your attention to us. We hope you can understand our discussion easily. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks all.